Hello YouTubers, Troz here, playing some Star Citizen. Uh, there's a new update that just came out for Star Citizen, and that's why I'm making a video. I've made a few videos in the past. I've been actively playing Star Citizen for about a year, but I backed this game when it originally was on Kickstarter, I think back in 2012 that was. It was a long time ago. But the game just had a big update. They've added medical gameplay and they've added a persistent real-world inventory. Previously, like if you bought something, it just went into a magical bag of holding and you could pull it out anywhere. But now, when you buy something, it's at the location that you bought it at, and to move it somewhere else, you have to actually put it on your ship or put it in your backpack or do something like that. So that's a big change to the game, including especially the medical gameplay, where previously if you died, you would just respawn with practically no penalty, except you might have lost a gun if you were holding it. Now you'll leave a corpse and everything that you had on you if you are not within a main city or armistice zone, as they're called. And you either have to respawn at a hospital and go get your stuff, or have a friend with you who can heal you with the new medical guns or healing diagnostic guns, or there's a few ships that have medical beds that they can pull you into and revive you there. So I'm going to show you how to start the game. I'm going to enter the persistent universe. You set up your character. There is a known bug right now that setting up a character doesn't actually reflect in game. Oh, I have to click begin blending. This is a kind of a strange character generator. In that, let's see, you have these heads, and you can switch different heads. But this slider will, like right now, I'm on eyes, so the shape of the eyes will reflect some aspect of the head here. So like if I go back to, yeah, this the Asian looking, you can see well, this looks like, yeah, the shape of the eye changes a bit, but some other head is going to change in a different way. I'd rather, if they just had height, width, tilt, separation sliders, but I'm not sure if some other game has a patent on that or something like that. There's just a few things I'm going to change. Not that hair. That's decent. And like I said, right now there's a bug where you basically, in-game, it's not using this. You basically are left with the default head. But that was broken in one of the last patches, so they should have that fixed quickly. One other thing I should mention is there is going to be a free fly event where you can play the game absolutely for free. That should start on November 19th to coincide with the in-game ship show, where you can, each day there'll be a different manufacturer of ships on display, and you can rent any ship you want and fly it for free in-game. The rental time is for like 2 days. So now you have to pick your primary residence, and this is where all your stuff will be. Since I'm an original backer, I got a bunch of stuff with being a backer, and now that I've been playing for over a year now, I also have become a subscriber, and I get things monthly for being a subscriber. So all my stuff will appear. I'm picking Area 18. It's a city planet. The city covers the whole planet. But as a starting city, there's a lot of good stores and stuff right where you start. So I'm going to set that as my primary residence. And now we're loading into the game. I could exit out, and on the main screen I'd then have access to a friends list. I do have several friends who play, and I probably will be playing with them in later videos. If I do keep making videos for this. But I just basically want to show off the basics of the game here. do a mission or two, and just so if people want to join the free fly event, you know, they'll have at least an idea of what to do. If you do want to do the free fly event and don't have an account, down in the description is a referral code. If you use that and actually buy a ship by the end of the month, not only will you get that ship, but you and I will both get an Argo Cargo, which is a ship you can fly around in the game, but it is basically useless. It's basically meant to unload cargo from larger ships, and it doesn't have a quantum drive that basically lets you leave the planet easily, although you could load it on a larger ship and carry it other places, or there's a whole claim system to get your ship where you want it. The loading seems to have paused, and I'm not sure what that is for. Well, I may have to make a cut here and come back. Oh, there we go. Don't usually see that line stop moving unless like the game is crashing or something, but hopefully we'll be in there momentarily. If you are going to play this game, it's highly recommended to have a good PC, have the game installed on an SSD drive, and have at least 16, if not 32. 16 is like the bare minimum amount of RAM. 32 gigabytes is preferred. The game is not completely optimized yet, and so it needs that much RAM. Hopefully by the time it comes out, which probably not going to be for 2 years or so, they'll have improved things. Alright, here I am. Things are still loading in slowly, apparently. Like anything that's purple shouldn't be there. And it looks like half of my body is missing. Okay, here comes some more stuff. There's my body. Alright, I'm gonna press and hold Y to get out of bed. For beds, you don't need to hold, but if you're in a pilot seat or something like that, holding Y will get you out. It's a hold because there's T's right next to it for targeting, and if you mistap, they don't want you getting out of your pilot seat unintentionally, so it has to be a hold to get out of a pilot seat. Anyway, things are still... Oh, there we go. Mostly. Another panel or two. I've actually not seen it this way for quite a while. It usually loads really well. Here's my character. You can see it's not the hair or eyes I chose. It's just the default. One reason I chose a female character is there's one of the ships currently has a bug where a male character will get stuck getting out of it, but a female won't. So one of the new features is the persistent inventory. So here's my items. They should actually be showing up. Like, there's descriptions, there are supposed to be pictures. Like I said, I just upgraded, and this is the first time running. So you know what? That actually may be recomputing the shaders for all the stuff. Anyway, I am not going to take anything with me. Oh, one other important key. I press I to bring up the inventory. Another important key. There's two other important keys. There's F1, which brings up your Mobi Glass, and this has all your stuff. Basically, it's a little computer on your wrist that shows how much money I have, which is quite a lot, but I get some from being a subscriber. You got Comlink, which lets you chat, and well, I'm not at the space station, but it'll allow you to. Usually, the top one, if you're at the space station, is the air traffic control, and that's how you get clearance to take off. We then have knickknacks, which shows you where all your stuff is. So Stanton Arcorp is the planet I'm on, Area 18 is the city I'm in, and then like, okay, here's all the stuff you have. And there's pages and pages, and that is still not showing on. You can see some items are trying to show. Skyline, this is the solar system that's in the game. Currently, there's only one solar system. There's plans for about 100, but they are trying to... They have a second solar system basically ready to go, but they want to get server meshing, which allows multiple servers to work together to run one simulation. The way the game currently is each server will hold 50 people. One server runs the whole solar system for those 50 people. This is where I am. We can zoom in here, double click to really zoom in. There's 2 moons here. I wonder why that text is... Anyway, you can then really zoom in on the planet. Here's the city we're on. There's a space station called Bikini Point right above. Each major planet has one major city. Each planet has one major city and a space station above it. Other things we got. This lets you send money to other players. Contracts is basically the missions in the game. I have a 16 by 10 monitor, which cuts this off slightly the way things work. But delivery missions, search and salvage missions, maintenance missions, bounty hunter missions, and mercenary missions. Call to arms is something you probably always want to take. It's basically, if you kill any bad guys, they give you extra money for it. So it's always good to take that, but then you click untrack, so it won't constantly be updating you about that. Before I take a mission, I'm gonna go buy some stuff, but first, if you're at a landing pad, this will let you repair and refuel your ship. Journal is just information, mostly, and then Delphi is your reputation. But since, hey, I just got into the game and everything was wiped, I don't have any reputation with any organizations at the moment. But that's everything in the Mobi Glass. F1 will get you the first screen of the Mobi Glass, or pressing this one. F11 will get you right to Comlink, or F2 will get you right to the map so you can plot jumps in space. The other most important key in this game is F. That shouldn't disappear as I walk up to it, but to interact with stuff, you hold F, you get this little cursor, and anything you can interact with highlights. I'm gonna hide the in-game chat. That was F12 to do that. Before, to view myself, I pressed F4. Holding Z will let you rotate the camera. A second press of F4 will give you a further back camera. I was trying to press Z there. And F4 again will return you to your first person view. This is a hotel or apartment building. We're on the floor 1. I hope I hit the call button. I guess I did. The floor shouldn't look like that, but it should say lobby at the bottom. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm hoping it's just shaders being built. That is what's causing everything. They did say to delete your shaders, and I usually don't have a problem, but maybe they did a big enough change this time. So here we are in Area 18, and there's a lot of stuff here. There's a clothing store. Cubby Blast has weapons and armor. Right over there, Astro Armada is a ship store. There's a bridge over here to get over to it. I already have some ships, but I'm definitely gonna go buy some armor and weapons. Even though I have some, I just want to buy like a cheapo thing because, hey, now if you die, you can lose it. There we go. Alright, this is pretty good.
Hi, thanks for coming in.
No, you're welcome. What is... That's a little bright, I'm not sure. Alright, that looks... Alright, let's buy the undersuit. How much are you? 1,000. Alright, take that. And how do we get the chest piece? That's the undersuit. Alright. Here's, buy the arms. You can do try on as well, although I think there was a bug with that as well. I want the undersuit. I want the chest piece. There we go. And then the legs. The armor comes in 4 pieces: chest, arms, legs, and helmet. Legs. Okay. And you're the gun.
Nice to see you again.
Right? No, you're the shotgun. I like the FS9, which I'm not seeing up here, but I'm pretty sure they have in the computer. Oh, while I'm here, let's buy some medical pens. L2 should be good to start off with. Ooh. Well, I'm not going to buy one of those yet. Personal weapons. Oh, they don't have the FS9 here. What do they have? Lots of handguns. The P4AR is a decent weapon. Let's buy that. Alright, and
good purchase.
We go under attachments. P4AR magazine. We'll buy a few clips for that.
I think you're going to be happy with that.
And you can also buy your arms here. Let me get a backpack. We need a size 1 backpack because our armor is also size 1. Let's get the gray one. Alright. Now let's outfit ourselves. Gonna press I. Okay, here's all the stuff we just bought. Drag that on. Those look like other players. Drag legs on. You see the core when we Has a little bit of storage. So do the legs. Turn around. That was just a right click and drag. Put the backpack on. We can... the gun's supposed to go on the side. It will once I get out of here. And I'm gonna say equip all. There we go. You can see the magazines are all along there. Equip. Where did that go? That should have gone on my hip or something like that. Where did it go? Oh, there we go. And the helmet. And let's put the one extra P4AR in the backpack. And I think we're ready to go. Let's just... forget exactly how much, but that was about 15,000 AUEC, United Earth currency or something like that. And A is alpha because it's the alpha version of the game. Now, I would like a medical rescue gun, but there's not a hospital on this planet yet, so we'll have to go up to a space station. Frame rates are feeling a lot better now. This place used to be a little framey. It's actually doing pretty good now. In fact, let me enter this command in, and we're getting 30 frames per second, which in a big city is decent. Out in space we should get almost 60. I'm running a 1070 Ti. Haven't been able to get my hands on a newer video card. So we have to come here. There's a little bus which is waiting here, luckily. And you can see it's going to leave in 2 seconds. I think it only stops for like 15 seconds. This will take us over to the spaceport. And that, we saw barely a third of the city, a quarter. Most of the buildings in that central square, whatever, with the big gear thing, you can go into. There's a few different... one of them has a few different floors you can go to. The others where you can do deliveries or trade, put stuff in your ship, bring it somewhere else to sell, or bring it there to sell if you've brought it from somewhere else. There's a bunch of different foods and metals and stuff like that you can trade. There's bounty hunter missions, which we'll probably be doing. There's delivery missions in-game. You can go mining, refine what you've mined and sell it. And yeah, they're trying to add more gameplay loops. Ship salvage will be available in a few patches. All sorts of other things are planned. You can visit their website, robertspaceindustries.com, to check everything out. They have a development roadmap there, what they plan to do, and they update it regularly, at least once a month. Patches for the game come out quarterly. Eventually, this customs area will block you from bringing illegal items through, potentially weapons, but that's not part of the game yet. here's where we call our ship at the ship retrieval console. Oh. Yes, I forgot I'd have constellations. Because I'm a subscriber, they give you a ship to try out. And this month, it's actually 3 different ships, basically variations of the same ship. Let's take the Andromeda out. This is a medium-large ship with 2 turrets. Although, being alone, I won't be able to control them. You can see it's at Hangar 6, so we can come over to one of these elevators. Anyone will do. And we will select Hangar 6, and we'll get in. I say everything looks a lot better now. I'm assuming it was shaders that were causing the issues earlier. Everything is now rendering in nicely. Here we go. This is the ship. It's currently in VTOL mode. That's why it's got these doors with the little rockets facing down. There's an elevator to get in here. There's a cargo bay. This whole bottom comes down. You can drive in ground vehicles. We'll call the elevator. Just takes a second, because the elevator actually has like a little airlock with it. Get on, look at the elevator. Okay, we're inside. It's powered off at the moment. Let's get in the captain's chair, pilot's seat, whatever. We can have co-pilots. Let's turn the ship on with R. All these panels are like real. You can like click. Come on. All right. There we go. Not sure why that was. You can like flip to weapon status. They should be staying lit up, but for some reason I'm having. There we go. Some issues with that. See, they light up momentarily. Anyway, not sure why it says shields critical. The shields should be all charged up by now. Oh, now it's working right. Oh, okay. It takes a bit for this. It's a bigger ship. It takes a bit for the shields to charge up. So I'm gonna hit F11 and talk to the landing services. You are clear to launch. If I look up, you can see the doors opening. Alright, I'm gonna. This is your speed meter. I'm gonna use my mouse wheel to go down to slow. I'm going to press spacebar. We'll start going up slowly because the speed limiter is now low. Let's turn on the headlights. Alright, now that we're out of the hangar, we can speed up a bit. Press N to raise the gear. You can see a little gear light in the bottom left blinking. Now I'm going to hit C to turn on cruise control, and that will have us go forward. Normally you can use WASD to move around and Q and E to rotate, but by hitting C for cruise control, it's like I'm holding W all the time. and I'm gonna press K to turn off VTOL mode. Not all ships have a VTOL mode, and that closes little doors and maybe some things in the back so that the extra lift engines aren't engaged anymore. Area 18 has this big reddish airport area. The main city is over in that direction. And it looks like the sun is just rising. And basically from here, we just have to exit the atmosphere, which is about 10 kilometers up. And then we can use quantum jumps, quantum travel, to travel basically 80 to 90% of the speed of light. Basically, it will only take a few minutes to get to another planet, a few seconds to get to the moons of this planet. And yeah, we are flying. And you can watch, the planet recede in real time. And especially with this city tech, looks amazing, and like you can practically crash into every single one of those buildings if you wanted to. Okay, here we are. We're way high enough. Pressing B to spool up the quantum drive. Okay, that is an orbital marker. Each planet has 6 of them. 1 over the North Pole, 1 over the South Pole, and 4 around the equator. 1 and 2 are the poles. So that's one of the equator ones. There is a space station up here. I'm trying to... Oh, there it is. Bikini Point. So I'm gonna fly there as just a convenient way to get decently far from the planet. You can see that was a few hundred kilometers, 200 kilometers, and we are now over the planet that is one giant city. So let's do a mission. Wondering what missions. Protect site trial. That sounds exactly what we want. Blackjack is seeking to expand our roster of security professionals. The value of your match. We'd like to use Shubin facility that has been having issues with some hostiles in the area. Protect the site. And if you can do that, eliminate threat, we'll give you some more work. Friendly fire incidents will not be tolerated. Let's accept that. Practically all of these missions are versus NPCs. There are some mercenary missions where it's like, you'll have to go after a player if they've committed a crime. There is a whole crime system in the game. There is a jail. You can wind up committing a crime. Like, I may commit a crime here if I accidentally fire on a security guy, and I'll get a crime stat. If your crime stat is high enough, it goes from 1 to 5. After 3 and above, you'll actually have other players get missions to come after you. Alright, so we're going to the moon Lyria. And you press B to initialize the quantum drive, and then once you're all spooled up, you hold B down to initiate the jump. For some reason the numbers on this quantum display are not very readable, but alright, let's jump. Yeah, you can jump to places on planet surfaces. You won't go nearly light speed. It's a slower move in, and your jump will always take you about 30 kilometers from the actual location, and you have to fly in the rest of the way. Alright, let's turn off off. This ship is kind of nice because it's got 4 size 4 guns. There's different size guns. The bigger the gun, the more damage it does. But two size 1 guns do slightly more damage than a single size 3, but a size 4 will do more damage than 2 size 1s. So it's kind of, I won't say strange, but that was a change in the last patch, and it used to be like a size 3 was better than 2 size 1s, but not better than 2 size 2s. They've changed the balance. In addition to now having capacitors, you can see these guns have 140 shots, which is actually quite a lot. A lot of fighters will only have like 20 to 30 before they have to wait 5 or 6 seconds to recharge. Alright, so we're going to fly in here, and we'll do this mission. Hopefully I don't kill anyone I'm not supposed to. Yeah, these are restricted areas, but because I have this contract, they should not fire upon me. If I didn't have the contract, they probably would. And of course we're on the night side. Those rock icons that are showing up are actually mineable rocks. If you have a mining ship, you can actually mine the rocks and collect the ore and process it, or just sell the ore directly. That's one way to make money. I kind of like, well, I used to really like the space bounty missions, but I'll see how things go with the ground ones, because they're new in the game. Alright, I am pressing control. Space is to go straight up, control is to go straight down. Let's put the landing gear down. Alright, let's turn off the cruise control. We don't need to be moving forward anymore. Yeah, this ship, I won't say it's front heavy, but the landing gear is way in the back, so. Alright, holding Y to get out of the seat. And yeah, here's the 2 turrets. We got an upper turret and a lower turret. You can access and get in the seat there, but okay, it's... Why is my health going down? Let's get in the ship real quick before I die. Okay. I don't think this is a full helmet. It's definitely not. That was not something I realized. I'm gonna make a cut here, and I'll be right back with a proper spacesuit. Okay, we are back here, and I am in a more appropriate, well, not really, but an actual spacesuit, let's say. It's still light armor. There's light, medium, and heavy. Speaking of, let's get out our weapon. And get in here and clear the hostiles. Oh, that's not good. I didn't turn the engines off, and that can happen sometimes. I will have to ask for a rescue or something. I believe that is gunfire from below. Oh, most of these bunkers are underground. There are security personnel here that I don't want to shoot. I'm not sure what colors they wear. That's a bad guy. Yeah, the II isn't great. It all runs on the server, and the server is spending its time thinking that's a bad guy as well. The little money that is popping up is from that call to arms. Alright, that's a good guy. Good guys are in red and white. Or silver, red and silver. Bad guys are like cyan and red, which is typical. There are also loot boxes in here, but I'm only going to look at them at the end, or look for them. Oh, that was a security guy. And now I have a crime stat. That's not good. And I won't say I've failed this mission. But, at least I'm going to have to do it again in order to take further security missions. Oh, sometimes there's an elevator there, or spawn closet. I mean, that's what they really are. They look like elevator. No, it's over there. Yeah, these are, we'll say they're randomly generated, but there's definitely set pieces, but they can be connected together in all sorts of different ways. Okay. You're too big for my backpack. there's at least one left. No, I don't think I've been here. Where could he be? Also starting to look for the little loot crates, and I'm not noticing any. It's not these boxes. No. They don't spawn in until you finish the mission. Not entirely sure. You're a... Well, we got a helmet. Pretty sure I've covered the whole place by now. You're a loot crate. Hey, another... No, I can't fit you. I'll take some P4 AR ammo, and look at that, a grenade and a arc-light pistol, which is a decent sidearm. Well, yeah, I'm not really sure what to do about this mission. I don't see the last... I'm assuming it's one last guy. And, well, I've got a crime stat, which means there's... Maybe there's a player coming after me. helmet that I bought earlier that apparently isn't sealed or something. I believe that's the entrance. Well, I was hoping to show off this mission and then like one space combat mission, but with this crime set, I can't take a space combat mission, and I can't even seem to finish this one. Here, loot crate. We got a laser pointer for the gun. These are like fruit things, and a combat knife. These don't actually look eatable. There are ones that are, but these don't actually, like, they usually tell, say, I don't even have that weapon, so I don't care about the ammo. It's the first time I haven't been able to find the last guy. I was playing on the test server for a bit, and either I was able to kill everybody easily. Well, I won't say easily, but you know, takes 5 minutes, goes through, found everybody, or I would get shot and killed myself. At least I do know the color of the Argo Corp personnel, security personnel. Their colors are, I won't say bad, but they're very similar to the attackers' colors, which are always red and cyan, and these guys are just like red and, no, well, that is red and gray and black. One of the other planet's security personnel are black and yellow. Another one is like white and blue, so easy to tell apart. Easier, at least. Alright, I can't find this guy, so we're gonna leave. And, I'm gonna see what I can do about my crime stat. Okay, I've made my way over to Grim Hex, which is kind of a outlaw station built inside a large asteroid, and I was able to get myself a hacking tool, and I got my ship ready. Not far away is a security station where I will attempt to hack away my crime stat rather than going to jail. But, you know, if I'm unlucky, a player will be coming after me and I may wind up in jail. Yeah, I forgot to mention that these ships, the Constellations, have a smaller ship attached to them. Probably gonna have to lose this ship. It's an abandoned security station, but it still has armaments that are automatically defending it. Alright, let's aim at an empty patch of sky. And plan our jump over here to Selin. And security post carrot. Click set route. Follow the arrow. Ready our quantum drive. And as soon as we leave here, if there's anyone after me, they'll be notified of my location. You can see the crime stat indicator showed back up in the top corner. Yeah, that area isn't a monitored space by the normal security forces. Alright. Go to the security post. Okay, we have radar lock. Not sure if that's the security post itself or if there's someone in the area. Where did the security post go? It was up there. I do have friends on this server. The ship. Okay, there is someone else here. That's an NPC, so I don't care about them. Is that an NPC? Yeah, okay. There are all missions around here, and it looks like I just happened to get a mission. Or someone else happens to have a mission. Okay, that is some sort of security. I'm launching flares. Now my option is either to land here if the security post sometimes doesn't fire on you. That would be great. Or to jump out as I fly by, which means I'll lose the ship and need a pickup. I don't think the security post is firing, and I don't really care about that little security ship because it would take quite a long time of it firing to bring down this ship's shields. Okay, no, the security post is active. its weapons will definitely damage this ship. Alright. Told this ship to keep flying. Don't shoot me. Okay. Now, in reality, I could let myself get captured by that security ship. I'd probably have to spend 2 hours in jail, but like I could be logged out during that time and it will pass. But this is more fun. At least more interesting, let's say. Also, if you're in jail, there are missions you can do to reduce your time. So, it could be as little as, even though it's like a 2-hour jail term, you could get through it in 30 minutes if you do the right things. There's also a whole mechanism of escaping jail, but then you'd have to come to this place or another one like it to clear your crime stats still. Alright, so these are landing pads. The guns won't shoot me, but as soon as I get over a landing pad, gravity will kick in. So I only want to be a foot or so over the pad before being over a pad, or else I'll fall and get injured. Let's go down a bit. There we go. Gravity kicks in over the pads. I'll get my gun out because I don't have many shotgun shots left. And I should have picked up ammo for it, but you know what? I'm going with what I've got. And I was killed. Well, I'll see you guys next time.